Friends. I'm fine without the lights. Ann, do you need the lights up here? The can lights? Is the lighting okay? I don't want you to see the lines in my face. Do you need the lights for leading? Thank you. If Jesus called us friends, I can call you friends. Friends, welcome to worship today. I had asked Janine to play that first song, I'm weak and I need thy strength and power, whatever the title is. But on the last time through, she played it joyfully, and I realized I'd never quite heard it like that. And it was almost like dance music. I really appreciate it, because when we're weak and need God's strength and power, we can be joyful because we know we're going to have it. So welcome to worship. But let's do announcements first. Anyone with announcements?
Thank you to all those who signed up for the Day of Caring. We'll pray for good weather on the 23rd, which is 2 weeks from yesterday. Next Sunday, I think Carolyn and I are going to be in Illinois. And so that's why I want to contact you by phone to get organized into teams and assign what kind of projects we're going to be doing. I've rented the power washer from Eel River Equipment, but they didn't have a manual pole saw. They have a very expensive, elaborate pole saw that we're not going to rent, too expensive. If you know of anywhere that we could rent or borrow just a regular, manual, simple pole saw, that might be coming in handy that day. So unless we get a lot more requests during this week, next Saturday is the last day to turn in the papers, we should be finished by noon that day. So I hope nobody gets too tired.
I'll just announce we're sad to be losing Debbie, but we're happy for her and Daryl that they're moving on to the next part of their journey. So we're going to be looking for a new church secretary, and we have a committee formed that's going to be taking applications for that. So if you would be interested in applying to be our church secretary, let me know, and we'll make sure you can get an application. I believe we're only giving 2 weeks for that. Is that right, Terry? This Sunday and next Sunday. So really be in thought if that's something you would like to do. And if you wonder what is involved in that, Debbie would be a good person to ask. Oh, and there is a paper, where is it? In the foyer on the bulletin board as well, with a little job description for that. My second announcement is that we are going to be starting the hand chime choir again, hopefully starting rehearsals in October. So let me know also if you're interested in that, and we will think about what day would work best. Last year we did Monday evenings, but that didn't work for a few people, so we can reassess, but we'll see who's interested in playing chimes this year.
It's in the bulletin, but small group, Sunday afternoon, 3:30 next Sunday afternoon. And June didn't say, but next Sunday we're doing a special offering for the Day of Caring. We've received a grant through the Church of the Brethren for part of it, but we're responsible for some also. It's for the expenses of like renting the power washer and food and things like that. So be prepared next Sunday to do a little special offering for that.
For those of you who already put your in your calendars my recital, my voice recital has been moved back to 4 o'clock. The conducting recital is still at 7:30 on the October 28th, but the voice recital has been pushed back an hour because the band students have a game, and they really wanted to come to my recital, and they wouldn't have been able to if we didn't move it.
We'll keep you in our prayers, Jake, as you wind up the last few weeks and months. Welcome to worship. For today's call to worship, I'm going to be reading from the September 10th meditation from Oswald Chambers, My Utmost for His Highest. And it refers to Nathanael and Philip being called by Jesus. And the scripture is John 1:48. When you were under the fig tree, I saw you, worshiping in everyday occasions. We presume that we would be ready for battle if confronted with a great crisis. But it is not the crisis that builds something within us. It simply reveals what we were made of already. Do you find yourself saying, if God calls me to battle, of course I will rise to the occasion? Yet you won't rise to the occasion unless you have done so on God's training ground. If you are not doing the task that is closest to you now, which God has engineered into your life, when the crisis comes, instead of being fit for battle, you will be revealed as being unfit. Crises always reveal a person's true character. A private relationship of worshiping God is the greatest essential element of spiritual fitness. The time will come, as Nathanael experienced in this passage, that a private fig tree will no longer be possible. Everything will be out in the open, and you will find yourself to be of no value there if you have not been worshiping in everyday occasions in your own home. If your worship is right in your private relationship with God, then when He sets you free, you will be ready. It is in the unseen life which only God saw that you have become perfectly fit. And when the strain of the crisis comes, you can be relied upon by God. Are you saying, but I can't be expected to live a sanctified life in my present circumstances? I have no time for prayer or Bible study right now. Besides, my opportunity for battle hasn't come yet. But when it does, of course I will be ready. No, you will not. If you have not been worshiping in everyday occasions, when you get involved in God's work, you will not only be useless yourself, but also a hindrance to those around you. God's training ground, where the missionary weapons are found, is the hidden, personal, worshiping life of the saint.
Oh, your mercy never fails me, and all my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. You have led me through the fire in my darkest night. You were close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. Oh, I have lived in the goodness of God. Oh, and all my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. 'Cause your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. 'Cause your goodness is running, it keeps running after me. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You lead me and guide me, God. Faithful Father, floods my soul. Oh, and you are my anchor in the wind and the waves. You are my provider. Oh, yeah. And you lead me and guide me by your spirit and your word. I have never walked alone. My joy every day. Oh, shepherd of my soul. Oh,
Thank you.
Are there concerns, joys, faith